Good day, viewers. My name is Abungozi, the CEO of Abungozi School of Thought. Welcome to Abungozi School of Thought, the school of thought where we provide solutions to all reasonable problems confronting the universe, continent, countries of the world, state, or an individual. Today, we will be providing solutions to problems or obstacles confronting a very powerful sector of the economy of every country of the world, which is educational sector. There are different stages of education, which include 1. Primary or basic education. 2. Secondary or middle education. 3. Tertiary or higher education. According to this school of thought, we'll be focusing on providing principles to success in tertiary institutions, because in tertiary institutions are faced with different challenges, obstacles, and problems confronting them in tertiary institutions, which include 1. Depression. 2. Suicide. 3. Expulsion. 4. Homicide. 5. Cybercrime. 6. Unfavorable reading techniques, and many more. Abungozi School of Thought have come to provide remedy to all these problems confronting students in tertiary institutions. The functions of the principle to success in tertiary institution include 1. To relieve students from depression. 2. To reduce the rate of expulsion faced by students. 3. To eliminate suicide. 4. To eliminate homicide. 5. To increase the efficiency and efficacy of students. 6. To teach students how to manage their time effectively. 7. To teach students favorable reading techniques. 8. To provide cordial relationship between students to students. 9. The principle helps students beyond institution. 10. To reduce the rate at which students commit cybercrime. There are 3 principles to success according to Abungozi School of Thought. The principles are 1. Principles of friendship. 2. Principles of time management. 3. Principles of reading techniques. The first principles under the principle to success in tertiary institution is the principle of friendship. Under this principle, there are 3 types of friendship, namely 1. Mutual friendship. 2. Normal friendship. 3. Non-mutual friendship. Under the mutual friendship, we will be discussing the meaning of mutual friendship, the major functions of mutual friendship, the principles of mutual friendship. The second type of friendship is the normal friendship. Under the normal friendship, we will be discussing meaning of normal friendship, the major functions of normal friendship, the principles of normal friendship. While the last type of friendship is non-mutual friendship. Under this type, we will be discussing the meaning of non-mutual friendship, the major functions of non-mutual friendship, the principles of non-mutual friendship. The second principle to success under Abungozi School of Thought is the principles of time management. According to this school of thought, students manage their time on 3 activities, which include 1. Mandatory activities. 2. Necessary activities. 3. Optional activities. Under mandatory activities, we will be discussing the meaning of mandatory activities, percentage benchmark for mandatory activities, principles of mandatory activities, application of mandatory activities to newly admitted students during examination period for returning students. The second activities in which students manage their time on is called necessary activities. Under the necessary activities, we will be discussing 1. Meaning of necessary activities. 2. Percentage benchmark for necessary activities. 3. Principles of necessary activities. 4. Application of necessary activities to 1. Newly admitted students during examination period for returning students. The last activities which students manage their time on is called optional activities. Under these activities, we will be discussing meaning of optional activities, percentage benchmark for optional activities, principles of optional activities, application of optional activities to newly admitted students during examination period for returning students. The last principle under the principles to success in tertiary institution is the principle of reading techniques. Under this principle of reading techniques, we have 4 stages of reading techniques, which are 1. First reading. 2. Second reading. 3. Third reading. 4. Fourth reading. Under the first reading, we will be discussing the meaning of force reading. 2. The principles and steps of force reading. 3. Functions of force reading. The next stage after the first reading is called second reading. Under this stage, we will be discussing 1. The meaning of second reading. 2. Principles and steps of second reading. 3. Functions of second reading. The next stage of principles of reading techniques is the third reading. Under this stage, we will be discussing the meaning of third reading, the principles and steps of third reading, the functions of third reading. The last stage of principles of reading techniques is the fourth reading. Under this stage, we will be discussing the meaning of fourth reading, the principles and steps of fourth reading, the functions of fourth reading.
We hereby employ every interested student to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Abungozi TV in order to have access to all these videos that will be released by Abungozi School of Thought. Thank you for watching video 1.